Hi there everybody, Daring Beefcake here. On today's video I have this Ford Fiesta. This is a 1.6. It's actually a 2013 and I'm gonna be changing this belt. This is the V belt, or also known as a multi-rib belt, stretch belt, fan belt, alternator belt, whatever you want to call it, is that belt. And in this particular car it runs the alternator and the power steering. No, it actually runs the AC and the coolant pump, so the water pump. So I'm gonna be replacing this today. This belt is actually a stretch belt in this particular model of car, so it just means it's still a V belt or whatever else you want to call it, but it just doesn't have a tensioner. So there's no tensioner in this car to be able to remove the belt. So I think there are some special tools you can use, or there's a couple of methods you can use, and one of those methods is by loosening the alternator. So that's the method I'm going to be using. The other method is to actually you sort of twist the belt out with a screwdriver and get it out, and then you kind of put the new one in with a cable tie wrapped around the crankshaft, and you get it on that way. But we'll give a go. We'll try the alternator way, because this is a brand new belt. I actually removed this belt the other day because I was changing the thermostat in this car, and refitting it wasn't too bad because it's an old belt, but with the new one it'll be a lot harder to stretch, but let's see how it goes. It might not be that terrible. So here's the video. So originally I was going to refit this stretch belt via removing the alternator bolts and whatnot, but I couldn't do it that way, so I ended up doing it via putting some cable ties on the actual crankshaft pulley. So in this video you will see me removing the belt via removing this alternator, but I struggled trying to fit this stretch belt via the alternator way. It's really hard to do it in my opinion. So I will just cut most of the video out regarding. I'll just show you how I removed it from here, but you don't even have to do this removing. You could just cut the belt. If you're gonna change it, just get a knife and cut it from underneath, and then refit your new belt again from underneath using the cable tie methods. It took me 2 minutes to get it around the pulley with some cable ties, and while trying to do the alternator way, I was over an hour trying to get it in there. So silly me, I spent a lot of time wasting time really. However, if you had to remove the belt without cutting it, because maybe you have to do a different job like I did the other day. I changed the thermostat in this car, and so that time I removed the belt from here via removing the alternator, because anyway I had to remove the alternator in order to get to the thermostat housing and thermostat, and when I refitted it, it was okay. I was able to refit it, but that's when I realized that my original belt was not in good condition. It had cracks on it, and that's when I thought, okay, I need to change it. But because this belt has already been stretched and it's been there for a long time, I was able to refit it via the alternator area here. So that's where the cracks are, because this is a little bit more stretched. However, the new belt is not, and is quite hard to stretch these belts by hand or by whatever means you can think of. So therefore, although I removed it this way, I refitted it the other way. So again, if you need to save the belt, maybe you have to remove it this way and then refit it the cable tie way. If you don't need to, if you are changing the belt, just cut it and save yourself a long time removing this alternator. So even though this alternator is not hard to remove. So anyway, enough of that. So let's get on with the video here. Okay, let's start the process here. So we're gonna need a 15mm socket in order to remove these two here. Now you may notice that this one here, it's actually a nut and not a bolt. But when you start undoing this nut, you may notice that this starts undoing as well. If that doesn't happen, you're gonna have to undo that. So if the nut comes out on its own and this hasn't come out, you're gonna have to undo that as well. And that is like a reverse Torx, basically. The reason I know mine is because the other day I removed these and obviously it just came out, the entire thing came out together. So let's check. Right, that there is the correct size. That would be if you need it, is a size 8. It's got so it's like a Torx but inside out, or the other way around. It's got the six corners. So you're gonna have to be obviously quite careful with it, because this is quite a small, very small sort of Torx there. But in any case, try loosening the nut first, like I will here. And as I said, because I did it the other day, in my case, the entire thing sort of came loose. Right. So the other bolt you want to loosen is the one that holds the sort of swing of the alternator, which is sitting just down here by the belt. So in a minute I can show you where that is, but you pretty much, if you're gonna do this job, then try to familiarize yourself with the bolts before you start. Right, so that's loosened, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and finish removing these ones. Okay, so with that off, this can swing a little bit, And also if you undo the bolt that's on the side of the alternator, you don't have to undo it completely, but just undo a little bit of it. So that particular bolt is just sitting behind, just down. See if I can show you. So that's the bolt there. It's just the bolt that goes through the alternator. So if we release that a little bit more, that's going to allow for this alternator to swing a little bit more towards the left, and that's what I want to achieve, so I can get this belt off and on. Okay, so I just got my ratchet on that bolt, so I can undo it a little bit, and you may notice how this starts sort of swinging a little bit to the side. Don't really want to take it all the way out, but enough to give us some of this movement, basically, so we can remove this belt. But I'm not concerned about removing the belt. I'm more concerned with refitting the belt, because this belt is obviously being stretched and used and whatever, so it should technically come out without major dramas. But of course, whenever I say such a thing, everything goes potty. Right, so I'm just pushing the alternator down a little bit. I'm not using excessive force because I don't want to damage anything else or anything at all. Right, so let's try and get this belt out. Okay, so the other thing is, obviously I'm trying to film so you can see what's going on properly, so that sort of interrupts my hand a bit. But here's the reason I'm changing this belt. Those cracks there, so it's just a matter of time till this belt decides to fail. Even though actually this car is due a cam belt, so it will have to be done soon, but I just want to make sure this belt is done as well. Right, I've given up the alternator method. I can't get it on, so I'm gonna try the cable tie method from underneath. Okay, so I'm gonna do the cable tie way. I'm gonna try it anyway. So we need to remove the wheel, and then there is this cover here that we can remove with is Torx screws, T30s. So I've already undone both of them. There's one here, just lingering. So they're nicely corroded, of course. And that's where so now we have our belt here. Now this way round. So we're gonna try to see if the cable tie method works here, if I can put a cable tie in between these holes in here. Okay, so here's the preparation. I just got 2 cable ties holding the belt here, and I'm gonna have to try and hold the belt just here with my hand because it's, the water pump is there, and as we start turning this, maybe it will want to slide out. So I put 2 cable ties. My cable ties are a little bit skinny, so I do hope they can handle the stretch. I've got an 18 mil to fit there, and well, have to start rotating. My ratchet is a bit small, not gonna lie, but the belt definitely wants to come out the water pump here. But this is one of the only ways to stretch this belt and get it in there. It's not gonna be easy, of course. I think I need a bigger ratchet. Right, that definitely works. It gets the belt around. So, yep, cable ties is the way. That took just a few minutes to do it, with no major drama. Unlike removing the alternator bolts and whatnot, this is definitely a lot easier. Or obviously by the tool that I'm not sure what it looks like, the actual tool, but that's where you can actually get. You can actually buy the tool that fits in there in order to stretch this belt and fit it back. So having done that, the rest of it is just putting the cover back on and the wheel, and you're pretty much done. So I'll just get the car running and then we'll end the video. Okay, so I've got my wheel on, and now I can start the car, make sure the belt is in place okay. No weird noises or... So there's the belt running nicely around the pulleys. No dramas there. So anyway, having said that, I hope the video helps. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. So thank you for watching.